All right, hello, and welcome back to yet another Dart app assignment. This assignment is the seventh app, the shopping list app. As you can see, all of the shopping list modules are checked. Now, here is a demonstration of the app. As you can see, the circular progress indicator is showing because there's nothing there. Now, if I press the plus button, add, let's just say, carrots, and I want to, I press add item. As you can see, carrots have been added. Now let's just say, oh, I don't want carrots. Carrots are gross. Well, I go to the right, and it's no items added yet. Now let's just say I want to add pen. And I just need one. I thought a vegetable. That's other. Add that item, and it's there. I still need a pen. Instead of a vegetable, what if I want apples? And I want 6 of them. And last, I want deodorant. Add that. And the list is there. As you can see, you can get rid of stuff, you can add stuff. Now, let's just say I want to do something else. Well, I could end the program. As you can see, it's back to basic, just the regular home screen. Close that to make sure that nothing like that is on, so it's completely off. Now, if I start running it again, you'll notice that everything in the list, when I reopen it, is going to still be there. Pen 1, apple 6, deodorant 1. That is because it is able to save my list because it's not just stored in this Flutter app, but it's also has a backend server in a different area. So it's good that I'm able to add things, go back, able to delete things if I want. So that's it for that. Now let's show you what's in the code. As you can see, this is the main file where we have the root of our application, as it says here. Ignore the use material 3. It's the old function in here. If I go to, there used to be a dummies data file, but we don't need one anymore because of the backend. We have these categories for the data. That's how we're able to add different categories that could be selected with different colors. We don't have items, but we're able to create it from those categories. Let's stop that so I can open this up here. We have these models, which are different categories, basically for the list that we will create later. We have the grocery item, which each grocery item has an ID, a name, a quantity, and a category. As you can see, there's a name, quantity, there's the type of category. But these widgets are where all the main stuff happens. So if I go under new item, for all the new item things, you're going to see some interesting new concepts and new imports. We have a Dart convert import, which this is for the JSON files that we have in here, which I will show in a minute. But we also have the HTTP package, which is a future-based library, but it's for making HTTP requests on websites. As you can see in this new item state, we have a global key, which means that this key is used basically everywhere. The entered name, blank, entered quantity is initially set to 1, categories is initially set to vegetables. Is sending is false. The is sending, I will discuss that when we get there. But as you can see in this if statement, we have something that's called validate and save. And these are basically for the form fields to make sure it doesn't have errors. And if it doesn't have errors, you can save it. And is sending is basically sending it to this URL, which is right here in firebase.io. Also with the shopping list JSON file that's in there. You have this await where it's basically for its response, where it has the headers of content type and has the name, entered name, quantity of entered quantity, and category, not entered category, but selected category.title, because we only want the title of the category. We don't need everything else in there. And as you can see, it adds those new items and sends it to this Firebase.io site. Now here's a cool little thing. Let's just say I add something long. As you can see, if I try to just, it has a limit of 50 characters. Well, once I reach the 50 characters, I can't input anymore because it has to be in between 1 and 50 characters. Now let's just say, I want to have negative 99 of these. Look at that. There is an error saying the quantity must be a valid positive number. I could press reset to reset it back to the default inputs with no name, 1 quantity, and vegetables. The reset to reset and add item to add item. And look at that. Since there is not between 1 and 50 characters, because it's blank, it has another error where it changes it salmon color kind of and has the error. So now if I do steak and I'm hungry, I want 2 of them, I add, the error is no longer there. And that's for the new item. Now, if I go to the grocery lists, but we have the init state, which initializes the state for the objects we created, and it has the load items, where it basically loads the items from this website and gets the URL. And if there's a status code, like if I put this on airplane mode, simulate no Wi-Fi, which I can't do because then I wouldn't be able to record, it would show an error. Failed to fetch data. Please try again later. You have this other function, which I've seen before, is this try and catch method, where it's going to try to do all this stuff that is shown down here. And these catches are basically the errors that it's going to try to catch. And if it's not able to do this, it will put what's in the catch. We're able to remove items. If I removed items from here, as you can see, I don't need a pen. There we go. It's actually not just removed on this app, but also in the website or the database, technically. And when it is loading, as you saw at the very beginning, when it wasn't connecting properly, it had that little circular progress indicator. It's, you know, that little spinning thing for loading. And that's only if it's loading or having trouble to connect. So yes, that is this application and all its bells and whistles. They had another thing for this future stuff in the modules, but unfortunately it doesn't work on this application, so I won't be able to show you that, at least this time. But anyways, thank you for watching this presentation, and I will see you on the next one.